Good morning, everyone, and welcome to I Sell Comics Live on May 30th, right?
May 30th.
May 30th, 2022. I am your host, Michael Zapsik. I'm usually joined by Ming Chen, but he couldn't be here, so fuck him. This is Christian Cortez, and the lovely Julia Zapsik was with me. So, we got some comic book news. Say hi, everybody.
Well, good morning.
Holy God.
It's not just your show this time.
I know. Geez, I'm sitting here. Yeah, I'm expecting to get, slapped if I say too much.
Well, good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Saddle, yeah. Faithful sidecar companion.
Fantastic.
I'm just sitting there, squeezed in there, Mike, I promise I won't tip the sidecar over.
No.
Or I can't make any promises.
No, don't do that. That's so we got some not breaking news. Actually, let's talk about that elephant in the room, shall we? The Academy Awards were last Sunday, and the biggest news is,
The slap heard round the world.
I was going to say the documentary, but there's and it's so horrible that everybody remembers that moment not for the epic win
For Questlove.
for Questlove, but by a slap that,
Wasn't even a really good slap.
no, it wasn't. It was a
Kind of
horrible
a-
slap. But to be honest with you, any slap is, that's a demasculating thing. To be slapped, and granted, it's the Oscars, so I think there were 45 people watching.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, total around the world. And, to get open-handed slapped by somebody is worse than getting punched. You get punched, it's a manly thing. You get slapped, essentially Will Smith was saying to Chris Rock that you're a bitch. But Chris Rock handled it
Like a pro.
so well. And, he could have gone back. And did you notice there was 10 seconds there? Actually, not even 10. It was 5 seconds where Chris Rock had one right in the chamber. And he could have said, I know he had
He
a
had
knockout
something.
blow.
He had something perfect.
To say that would have just shut Will Smith up or made him get up there and just beat the living shit out of him.
Oh, it was...
And I saw it, and I'm like, I recognize that look. I know that look.
I think that's why all his his prices surged, why his tickets were selling out after that happened. Because I feel like everyone wants to hear, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. Or actually, people just want to hear the story.
Yeah.
So I think they started out at 100. Now they're going for $5.
Yeah.
$500 for a Chris Rock ticket.
Goodness, I didn't know any of that. All I know is that I was super impressed. Questlove's, it was his directorial debut, right?
Yeah.
First time out of the gate.
Doing a documentary and he
the dude
wins.
brings home an Oscar. That is.
It brings
that's
me joy.
amazing.
It brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
I can't even describe how cool that is. And that documentary is amazing.
And I'll tell you one thing. No matter what, I know a lot of people were upset for him that that his moment was overshadowed by all the nonsense, but it's one of the very few times. We haven't watched the Oscars in years, right? And it's one of the very few times where I'm sort of I'm going to go watch that movie. I read a little bit about it, and it seems like it's gonna. It seems his doc. It seems like it's amazing. But I've never, in the past 10 years, never been like, oh well, that won an award, I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah.
You didn't pay attention.
No.
So maybe that's good for him ultimately. Maybe a lot of people are going to.
Hey,
True.
that
Will
wouldn't
Smith, thank you
normally
so
have
much.
been, wouldn't have risen up, on their radar. So
There were a lot of cool moments that unfortunately got way overshadowed.
Serena and Venus, yeah.
Oh my God, that's really horrible. And we actually
deserve the spot.
we talked to the director Ray on Point Blank podcast, which we do out of a shared universe. So Ray, that's got to be heartening to him that this is my movie, won a shit ton of Oscars. So that's pretty cool.
You guys think that all this superhero genre, taking down buildings, flying up into space, and releasing the Kraken on the aliens has enabled all of us to feel a little more permissive with our physical altercations, or no? It's just a case of someone losing their shit.
You mean are you saying that?
I'm teasing. You know, everyone's always looking to like trace back like that.
No, they want to blame somebody.
Yeah.
Some focal point, and I'm just saying, like, you know,
No.
all the superheroes are blamed, right? That's why they had the whole mutant registration. They're always blamed when violence breaks out.
Donnie, that's in a movie. I mean, this is real life, and are we gonna why don't we blame the superhero movies? No,
documentaries.
Yeah. It was Questlove's second win was for the Avengers. That documentary. Let me ask you both this question.
Sure.
Does this tarnish Will Smith in any way, shape, or form? Does it come back to bite him in his ass?
I mean, it makes him look really stupid right now.
Okay.
I mean, in the same breath, he also did win an Academy Award that night.
Yeah, which is why they probably didn't pull him out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of speculation about this being, you know, was it staged? And
no.
Why in the hell would that be staged? If you're going to stage something, you know, stage something much cooler than that. Yeah. And they can't even pull off like a song and dance routine well on the Oscars. So, and by the way, folks, Julia's comment notwithstanding, I haven't watched the Oscars in 25 years. But next year, you can be assured that I will not watch the Oscars then either. So, I mean, it's all bullshit, and it's a bunch of multi-millionaires getting together to ego stroke a bunch of multi-millionaires.
Wait a second. When Christian wins his Oscar, we will definitely be watching the Oscars.
No, I'll be watching the YouTube.
There. What the hell?
Oh, what a guy! Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be watching the YouTube clip next day.
Who am I knocking out?
Yeah, right.
Oh man!
Which one of us is gonna run up on stage and just like start wailing on him?
Actually, if Ming Chen goes up there, I'll slap him for you. No problem.
Oh my God.
I've got decades worth of anger towards that man.
Oh my God! Now, will we see a security presence around the stage next year? Most likely, because that was the other thing that I was like, how the hell did that happen? Where I was like, was nobody like there to like stop him?
You know, it'd be really
probably. I mean, listen, it's Will Smith, and everyone there probably knows he's been nominated. So he's walking up there, and I would be imagining, like, I'd be looking at it thinking, no, he's not gonna do it. And all of a sudden it happens, and you're like, in the reaction time, right? I mean, because has there ever been a time in history when anyone's gone up on stage and actually?
Yeah, actually, they had to. Yeah, Marlon Brando sent a Native American up to accept the Academy Award for him, and they had to physically restrain John Wayne from going out there and physically assaulting her.
Yeah.
So
and then as soon as she's done, Clint Eastwood then goes up on stage and makes fun of her. It's such a fucked up clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Because back then, and honest to God, way before then, cowboys and Indians. I mean, they're always the bad guys when you're playing cowboy. No one wanted to be the Indian when you're a kid, which that's the way they were. That's the way the Native American was portrayed back in the day, and it's horrible.
Yeah, then they had some better security for sure.
Well, I mean, they had it then. They didn't have it right now, and I guess they're. Can you imagine like the security cams? Just a bunch of security guys out in the back. There's like the loading dock smoking a cigarette, going, "This is a really easy job."
This is great. This is a great cushion. Nothing ever happens at the.
Yeah.
Will Smith. What now?
Exactly.
Shit.
How fired am I? Oh shit! All right.
I have to say, my favorite meme of the whole thing though was when someone took a picture of Andrew Garfield texting.
Yeah, that was.
They were like, Andrew
finding
Garfield
out if it's real.
No, finding out if.
In the other universes, like
finding out if Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the other universe. Yeah.
Oh my God,
that was great.
Really funny. Yeah.
All the meme, I will say though, all the memes that did come from this were top tier. They were so good. One of my favorites was I got one little fight. My mom got scared, and you can't make jokes about women with no hair. I was like, oh my God, how can you be doing this right now? Memes have no chill. I love it, but you know what? Honestly, though, here's the problem: is that it sets a weirdly a dangerous precedent.
Very dangerous.
Where it's like, I understand if Will Smith had issue with what was said. He was laughing about it before it even before he even did anything.
Yeah. Then he looked over and he saw.
And noticed Jada was completely.
She was pissed.
So then he goes up and does what he does, and I'm like, but now you're gonna let people. That basically lets people know or gives them permission to do that to people. And I'm like, no. That's why almost unanimously, all comedians are pissed about this. Like everybody is mad. Like nobody is. I mean, some people understand but don't agree. I'm kind of in that camp, but I don't condone it. I still don't condone what he did.
I don't. Of course, you understand. If you're married, you understand. But it's not like he physically assaulted Jada.
No.
Chris Rock did not physically assault her. He made it was a dopey joke. It wasn't even really cutting.
A good joke.
No, it was G.I. Jane. So topical. G.I. Jane too. But I mean, so what?
Yeah.
And alopecia, is it a life-threatening disease? It may be it's not. That's what I'm saying. If this was cancer, that'd be something different.
Yeah.
And she may have made it public. And from what I understand, she did. I don't follow Jada Pinkett Smith. She is not a part of my day-to-day world. I doubt she's a part of Chris Rock's day-to-day world. So he would not know about her having alopecia. Or if he did, forgot about it.
Yeah.
But it's alopecia. It's not something. And I get it. I sort of understand the whole, leaping to the defense. But here's the thing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said it best. It's like, Will Smith didn't defend his wife. He made her seem weak. That you needed a man to get up there and do this for you. He could have just said, hey, Chris, tone it down. Or, in his acceptance speech, hey, Chris Rock, my wife has alopecia. That wasn't funny.
Yeah, like I think the more dignified move would have been to say something during his acceptance speech. And
he knew he was winning.
Yeah, like.
I'm sure he did.
I don't know if you know.
Do I know for certainty? No.
As someone who was a stutterer and still has, bouts with stuttering from time to time
Same.
as a kid, I mean, believe me, I got the crap beaten out of me. I was definitely the victim of some serious abuse for that. And you can't come back with a snappy comeback when you can't even get a sentence out. So, especially when you're being especially when you're under attack. So I get that visceral, if you love somebody and that they've gone through that and you know how it affects them, I absolutely get that instantaneous, like, you're not thinking anymore, you're just reacting. It's a visceral thing.
Yeah.
You want to just jump in front of them and take that bullet for them because you know how much it hurts. I get that. Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
It was crazy when we're talking about a Will Smith slap on iCell Comics.
I know.
So let's get back.
And it's not even Hancock. I mean, for God's sakes. Or I Am Legend, but whatever. I was going to say, my final take on this is Will Smith showed horrible judgment. He chose poorly.
Yeah, he chose chaos, and he will see the repercussions of it. Will he bounce back? I'm pretty sure he will. He's Will Smith.
And he's got millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions. Maybe.
So,
I don't know.
I may have lost a little bit of respect for him, but hey, I'll still see his movies. It's weird. Anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we've got
Moon Knight dropped today.
Yes.
Moon Knight dropped on Disney Plus. I have yet to see it. I'll probably put it on here
Yeah.
while we go through the day, and I'll
hang out and watch the first.
All right,
episode.
cool.
Awesome.
I'm game.
I'm looking forward to it. Oscar Isaacs. I think it's gonna be pretty damn dope.
From the trailers alone, I really dig the vibe that they're going for with this for the show, and I hope that they choose to experience or experiment with feelings like that.
I think you can pretty much count on that. If you watched WandaVision, you know that they thought outside the box, which, all of us, the first 2 episodes were like, what the hell are they trying to get here? And it came through. I mean, you had to watch the whole thing, but, I'm down with it. Moon Knight, a lot of people say, oh, it's Marvel's answer to Batman, but no, it's so much more than that.
There's a comparison to Batman?
There are, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, because he goes out at night. He's a vigilante. He's got these, like, moonerangs. Mm-hmm. They're like darts. And he's a millionaire. He's got all these undercover identities.
Was he in the original comics an analog to Batman?
There are some people who think that, and Marvel's direct analog to Batman was Nighthawk. And they had done like the Squadron Supreme, which was like the Marvel version of the Justice League, and there was Hyperion, who was Superman, Dr. Spectrum, who was a Green Lantern, and Nighthawk, who was
Batman.
Kyle. Yeah, he was Batman.
There were direct inspirations, correlations.
Or what do they call them? Pastiches. That's it, the pastiche.
We got Chris Hewitt. Hi, Chris. Asking what is Moon Knight's story? You want to give a little origin story? A little bit.
Yeah, he's the fist of Khonshu, who is like the Egyptian moon god. He was touched by divinity, I guess, and sent out to battle evil. So there you are, at night. And his strength. Actually, no, that was Nighthawk's.
At night.
Yeah, it's true. Nighthawk, his strength doubled, at night. So, but Moon Knight, just regular guy who had like Olympic level agility and acrobatic skills.
What was he Egyptian?
Khonshu.
Khonshu. Does he appear in any other comics?
Oh yeah, he's all over the place.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Place is stinky with Khonshu. So
Lots of
yeah,
And I wonder if he's going to show up in the series. Yes or no?
I would have to think so.
Think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think this is a limited series too, right? Like this is kind of like WandaVision, where
Yeah,
it's
but you'll
done.
No, I don't know if WandaVision is one and done.
I think WandaVision is one and done.
I don't
think
know.
WandaVision should be one and done.
It should be, but I don't know if it's gonna be.
I know
So,
Loki is getting a season 2, but I don't think WandaVision is.
What about? Well, they said Captain America and the Winter Soldier is going to be the movie.
Oh, that's right. There's a new Cap movie.
Yeah.
That I can't wait for.
Yeah, that's gonna be badass. But you never know if there's going to be a Falcon and Winter Soldier. The next generation.
Oh, yeah.
So you never know.
That's the wonders of the world of comic
So,
books. is that
beautiful.
there's so many possibilities.
Well, let's talk about the picks of the week, shall we?
Yes.
Here at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, we go exhaustively through our archives. Well, actually, our new comics of the week, and we just show you what they are. And this one freaked me out a little bit. It's Batman and FaZe Clan. Now, do you know what FaZe Clan is?
I do. Oh my God, they made a crossover with FaZe Clan.
Yes. What is FaZe Clan? Would you please explain to our audience?
So FaZe Clan is like this group of. I think they started on YouTube, but then they moved over to Twitch or something like that. They're gamers. They're well-known gaming personalities. They made a comic book with Batman. Why is this a thing?
Are you bummed now?
I'm not bummed. It's just I've been so overexposed to these guys for years that I'm just kind of sick of them, and I'm just like, why'd they invade my comic books?
Hey, I'm trying to sell comic books, dude. So I mean, don't be bitching about them.
Good crossover.
It was actually pretty cool. It sort of felt like the New Kids on the Block when they were on The Simpsons.
Or when,
hey, it's Milhouse.
Or when Eminem was it with either Punisher or Daredevil?
It was Punisher.
It was Punisher, yeah.
Eminem and Punisher, but I think that Eminem's got some serious staying power.
What's the what's the intersection between gamers and comic fandom? I mean, is there a big crossover?
Yeah. Batman, Arkham Knights, Arkham Asylum, all the Batman games.
This is an opportunity to draw
Yeah.
gamers in and kind of
Yeah.
more closely aligned.
This is,
But it was actually it was a pretty cool.
I'm talking shit, but at the same time, I can't help but respect it. Like these guys, when you start on YouTube, you have to hustle like big time to get or gain any sort of following. And these guys really did. They found a great market, which was gaming, and they just pushed and pushed towards it. And now they're at the point where they're collaborating with DC making comics. Like even though I make fun of them, I can't help but respect that in some way, shape, or form. So that is pretty cool.
Way to cover it. Way, shape, or form.
Way, shape, or form.
Yeah, actually, the artwork's really good. It's by Scott Eaton, who is a really great artist.
I'm digging it.
I'm glad you are. And it was written by who is that?
Let me see.
Is that
here?
Trudillo? That's
Josh
Trudillo. Nice. Norm Rapham on doing the inks. He's one hell of an inker. And Scott Eaton on pencil. So it's actually pretty badass. And he gets the entire Bat family involved because I'll give you the setup, folks. the Riddler has it's sort of the plot to Batman Forever.
Is it really?
Yeah, a little bit. He's got this Nigmaware, which downloads people's brains, and he's turning turning the citizens of Gotham and eventually the world into his own personal army. And the FaZe Clan has to jump in to fake Gotham, Riddler's fake Gotham, and solve quests. So it's
That
actually
actually sounds pretty cool.
it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this could have been a
So
6-issue
I'll just
series.
eat shit and I'll read this.
So
I don't know.
So it's a one-off.
It's a one-off, and to be honest with you, Batman becomes a fan.
Batman becomes a fan.
Yeah. A FaZe Clan. So
You can see Batman in the Batcave. It's like FaZe Clan.
yeah, he's got posters of him.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Alfred
Batman's up
comes
on the-
down with a little bit of Earl Grey tea and some biscuits while Batman is like shouting at his screens, right?
Oh man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, good,
Okay,
cool.
that's cool. Did we put it over there? Or did we
Yeah,
add it
yeah,
to the
yeah.
pod?
You can put it over here.
All right, comic stays over there.
All right, and then we
All right,
got.
what's up next?
I'm gonna jump around.
We
Here's
usually
the
pull
Jim
about-
Rugg.
We usually pull about 5 per week.
Yeah,
right?
this is
Yeah.
5. This is Jim Rugg, Hulk, Grand Design. This is just a kick-ass cover. It's is that Piscor? Ed Piscor's art? Ed Piscor's art. Jim Rugg. These are great because they take a cartoony view, as if a comic book's not cartoony enough. They actually do a really cool. Take a look through the through here. They go through a character's history. Ed Piscor did this with the X-Men and X-Men Grand Design, and it's really, really cool. And it's their take on this will be the Hulk's entire his entire career. So it's really, really cool. And I think it's just a really great way to get younger readers in and to scratch an itch for older readers, especially guys who are big fans of the underground comics, because it's got that vibe to
Yeah,
it.
I like it.
And it's pretty badass.
So when we get, and we have been seeing, I know we've mentioned this before on this show, but we've been seeing more and more parents coming in with kids and wanting to get
Mm-hmm.
their kids into comics and getting into the comics with them. So this would be a good title for that.
Sure would be.
Totally appropriate. Okay.
I don't know, totally appropriate. There's a couple things. I mean, the Hulk's, wandering around half naked. So, there's nothing too objectionable about it. Nothing they won't see on television.
It's like a level. It's like a level up from the books that you got over there. Which
Yeah.
is like the Pink Panther one. That's like the basic
Gotcha.
hardcover book.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
The Pink Panther.
Pink Panther.
All right, there you go. Attaboy.
We might have had some Pink Panther comics.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
I think-
Next up
why am I
is Shadow War Alpha. This kicks off Batman's next big crossover. And I'm not going to give too much away because you have to read this to get into it. So it's Batman Shadow War. It brings the entire Bat family and other creatures or characters from adjacent titles, and it's going to be huge.
So no spoilers on that.
No, I will not spoil that at all.
Okay.
Because it's pretty
That
damn-
one's got a nice surprise.
It's epic.
To it.
It does.
Okay.
Number 4 is coming in at number 4. The Immortal X-Men 1. Turns out that after Krakoa, let's put it this way: after House of X and Powers of X, when they relaunched the X titles, how do I put this? They became a sovereign nation unto themselves. So
X-Men did?
yes, they did. On the island of Krakoa, which was the mutant island that brought the new X-Men together back in '75.
Okay.
He was the threat that they had to face after the original X-Men got their asses handed to them. And now he's back, and, he's...
Is this like his first appearance in a while?
No.
Or,
I mean, that's...
or just like the way
They
that
colonized him, and
okay.
he's like their mutant island. But I'm just setting up. There was so much change going on. They can finally bring back mutants. Xavier uses Cerebro to because it downloads mutants' brain waves. So no mutant is ever actually dead. when they get killed, they clone the bodies and they download the brainwaves. Yeah.
Whoa.
So, and this brings up like moral and ethical
Questions.
Yeah. Like, what is a soul? I mean, is it just your brainwaves? So, but previous to that, turns out that there are immortal mutants. Like, we already saw it with Apocalypse. And now there are ruling councils. And
Within that.
within Krakoa, there are 2 islands. One's Krakoa, the other one's like Arascani or whatever the hell. I mean, it's a bunch of letters put together that make no sense to me. But there's like the Quiet Council, there's the Council of War, and they've got all these councils. And the main council is just made up of some mutants who are immortal. And they had immortal mutants like Apocalypse. Turns out that Mystique is an immortal mutant.
Really?
Yeah, because she can regenerate her body, her power regenerates everything. Wolverine is theoretically an immortal mutant. Mr. Sinister, immortal mutant.
Ooh.
So, and also,
Do we see
oddly,
more of Mr. Sinister?
yeah, we do.
Oh, that's
this
cool.
is very Sinister oriented.
Oh, cool. That's
And turns out that Destiny is also an immortal mutant.
Okay.
So, but there's different levels of immortality, and this is how they push their boundaries.
And this is Immortal X-Men #1.
Number 1. Yes.
Pick this one up, people. That one sounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Those last 2 sound awesome. All these comics this week sound dope.
This is my favorite of the week.
Storylines.
Astro City.
Astro City.
Astro City is Kurt Busiek, and Brent Anderson and Alex Ross, and used to be through Homage Comics and
was gonna say, this
Vertigo-esque. It was under those banners. Now it's over at Image, and I happen to love this concept. Astro City. Go ahead, take a look. Astro City is a love letter to the silver and golden age of comic books. Astro City is the place where superheroes are real. And this is where you get to see people standing side by side next to them. And they age in real time. And there's no... When people die, they really die.
Oh, wow.
And there's some really great character arcs in here. They've got all the analogs to your favorite superheroes. Like... Superman is Samaritan.
Go for it.
Wonder Woman is Winged Victory. This is like the analog to
You
the.
can zoom in, but the artwork is.
It's Brent Anderson. Yeah, he does amazing work. And that's the analog to the Teen Titans. They're called the Jaybirds.
And this was so this is on Image.
Jayhawk.
Jayhawks. There you go.
Yeah.
I knew it was a bird.
So
Yeah,
this was
great
under a
stuff.
different comic book company and then
Yeah.
moved to Image.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was under a couple of comic book companies and moved to Image. So now it's over at Image, and I couldn't be happier that it's back. I love Kurt Busiek's writing. He wrote
Love that cover.
some of my. That's Alex Ross.
No.
Kurt Busiek wrote Marvels with Alex Ross, so they have a long-standing relationship. Brent Anderson did a couple of fill-ins over at X-Men, and his artwork's always
Is
been.
this a mini series, or do we know if it's?
No, I think it's ongoing.
Ongoing.
So yeah, I'm hoping
you wanna
that.
get #1 right now before it sells out.
Ah, okay.
Way to sell it, honey.
Seriously, no, I mean.
No, it's true.
Listen, we've been getting a lot of people coming in and signing up as reservists, and they're asking specifically to start. Like they want to know, they want to.
Where do you start?
I can start, so I can start at the beginning and continue on. So that'd be a great choice.
This is a great place to start, but you also have backstory. So there's so much backstory that you
Yeah.
can go into.
I saw
And-
there was an advertisement for the book on the back.
which is up top there too. Metro Book. Astro City Metro Book, which is like a huge compilation, does the first 1, 2, 3 story arcs in
one book.
one huge book. Yeah, it's like not quite a compendium, not quite an omnibus, but it's going to be an omnibus going forward,
Ah, okay.
which is amazing. And what is it? It's Life in the Big City, Family Album, and Confessions, which has maybe the best analog to Batman I have ever seen. It's
That's a pretty big thing coming from you.
yes, and I don't want to give too much away, but the Confessor is
That's his name.
the Confessor, and his sidekick is Altar Boy. So but you're sitting there giggling. But if you read this thing, you'll be like, holy shit, I felt so many different emotions reading this book.
Okay.
I was like, well, that's just stupid. Yeah, because you giggle.
Yeah.
It's like the confessor. Yeah, here you go. And then you find out his origin, and you're like, holy shit. And then you see what happens, and you're like,
whoa, I'm invested. This is actually great.
yeah. And
okay.
they made me feel feelings. Oh,
How dare they make me feel in
know.
this day and age? Disrespectful.
sons of bitches. So, yeah, that's the Jay and Silent Bob top 5.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking out Astro City.
Yeah, please.
That's
They're all on
cool.
sale today, right? Anyone can
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Anyone can come in? Well, you have to know the secret knock.
here or obviously comic book shops.
Yeah, comic book shops around the world.
Comic book shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. We got some stuff going on. Couple of things.
Boy, do you.
Jules, why don't you take away what's coming up?
You talking about event stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, event stuff. All right, so we've got 3 things I think on our podcast.
Yes, we
to talk
do.
About. First of all, how can we get away from it? We are
4 things.
so excited. It's going to be a wonderful celebration. The Stash is celebrating 25 years, more than a generation, silver anniversary. In Red Bank the whole time. Started out at 69 Monmouth Street, moved to 35. Now it's at 65.
Yes, we are.
Give me my notes here. Thank you. And we're really delighted. We put together a big event, and
It's going to be
it's
huge.
the biggest we've ever
yeah.
tried, and I think it's going to be spectacular. I know it's going to be spectacular. We've got members of the cast of Clerks coming out to join Kevin and Jay,
And Clerks, too.
and Clerks 2 at the store. And it's going to be an event in 2 parts, so it's really 2 events in one, right?
Yep.
So anybody who's who's been coming to some of the events or seen us advertise events at the Stash over this past year, you're actually getting 2 opportunities in one. The first is a photo op. So for anyone who's already bought their ticket or is thinking of buying a ticket, you go online, you choose your photo slot, and the same thing. You come up, you check in, you come in, you grab your photo with the whole cast.
Yes.
That's here. And then after your photo's done, you get a beautiful, a lot of time and effort has been spent on putting together a beautiful swag bag,
Yes.
exclusive to the event. You're going to get 2 limited edition event exclusive posters. One is, one is like gorgeous.
They're both gorgeous. One is like gorgeous. The other one is gorgeous.
One is very complex. Like
Yes.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot of eye candy on this
a
one.
lot, like you're just going to keep looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. The other one is gorgeous, and that's the one where you're going to have the cast signatures.
Yeah, we're going to have signatures. That's Captain Ribman artwork.
Yeah.
And the other one is the eye candy is, and I'm going to announce it now, Chris McDonald and Chrissy Wiseman.
Beautiful work. Yeah.
Did me a solid, and I worked out a deal where they drew this beautiful thing for me and for the 25th anniversary of the Stash, and it's pretty dope.
We'll be teasing. I don't want to put everything out there, but we'll be teasing like little pieces of images
Snippets,
and things
yeah.
like that to give people an idea of like
What's going on.
And then
Like a rebus.
Yeah. So there are photo slots all throughout the day, but then in the evening, starting at 8:00 over at the Atlantic Movie House in Atlantic Highlands, which is if you're local and haven't been there, you should go. It's really a cool place. If you're not local and you're going to be in for the event, you're going to really enjoy being there. It is a community theater, but it's beautifully renovated, and we're going to have what we're calling a Secret Stash 3-way Q&A. And basically, everyone will come in, they'll take a seat in one of 3 theaters, and the cast will do the moving throughout the 3 theaters. And it's meant to be it will be an intimate, up close and personal opportunity to interact with all the different members of the cast. So, you'll sit in your seat the whole time, and you will get an opportunity to see everybody rotate through the theaters for the event. So it's just going to be a fun day. We're working with some local partners. Hopefully, we'll have some great announcements soon. People offering discounts to folks who come into town. And it's also on Saturday. It's going to be free comic book day, so that'll
Yes,
be
it's going to be interesting. Actually,
Yeah.
it's going to be really weird because that Wednesday is May the 4th, and we're going to have
You guys
some
could not
guys
have
from
timed this better.
I know the 501st Legion is
If
coming
They're gonna
down.
come.
If they
Yes.
can still come. Yeah. We have them on the calendar.
Yep.
So,
Oh, that's awesome.
right?
Yeah, we're going to get a whole bunch. I'm hoping to get many. And just milling around Red Bank, that would be so dope, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
it's very cool. So yeah, it's going to be each day, Saturday and Sunday, it's the same schedule
Yeah.
each day. So you buy your ticket for either Saturday or Sunday, and you get that whole day's adventure. It's the same thing.
Right.
You get a
And-
photo with the whole cast, your swag bag, and you get a chance to go and participate in the Q&A.
And we're doing something special for moms on Sunday. So, yeah, I'm not telling you what.
Yeah. Okay. So that's really cool.
Yeah, okay.
You can go
We are
to-
doing something special for moms on Sunday. So,
You can go to any of the social media. Like Kevin's been promoting it, Jay's been promoting it. The Stash's socials promoting it. There are links that you can grab and go right to our online ticketing platform and ticket. So yeah, and we it went out to the Kevin Smith Club over the weekend. We opened it up to the general public Monday. And I can tell you, it's gonna be wild.
I can tell
It's
you
gonna be
guys
wild.
when you told me initially, I was geeking out because I'm still a fan regardless. I will always be. But when you told me what was going on, I was like, oh, these people are in for a treat.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a great time.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But
And you'll be around.
oh yeah, I'll
Oh,
be
yeah,
there.
of course.
I'll be there helping
Yeah,
out.
You'll be there helping out. Yep. There's going to be a lot going on. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Please, if you haven't already checked it out online, please go online and check it out. If you haven't bought your ticket, make sure you get your slot. We had to cap it. So
get them now.
It is going to be a big, it's going to be a big
Yeah.
day. We opened up a lot of slots because we want everybody who wants to come to be able to come. But once those slots are gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You
want-
capped
you
for
wanna get
the seats and then also the amount of people that could take photos, I'm assuming?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's,
Yeah.
like I said, we opened up, like we sat and fingers crossed it'll all work out the way we plan, right? But we sat and we thought what's the maximum number of people we could legit get through and have everyone have a great experience, and so we kind of went from that basis. But yeah, so and you have to have a ticket to get in.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is a ticketed event, and unfortunately, we will not be selling on the day of the event. So you have to get your ticket in advance.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get that ASAP, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be, we're super excited about that. And we're going to be teasing, like we were talking this morning about even doing some more stuff, some retrospective stuff, some nostalgic stuff, to kind of bring people back to,
Get them right in the emotions.
back to like how it felt to walk into the first store, and.
Tim Hill is coming up from Orlando. Tim Hill, who was
Is he really?
yes, who was Kevin Smith's boss over at the Rec Center.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's so cool. Other events coming up, and this is an event. It's the first. So the Stash is starting a series of in-store events, free and open to the public, to meet creators. And we're going to have artists. We're going to have writers. We're going to have voice actors, and and it's just going to grow. So we have a pilot program going on, and we could not be more excited and happier to be welcoming David Crownson, who is the author of and the genius behind Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, which is currently in production to be on TV. So it is. He has produced 6 issues of this now, and I'm gonna go to his website kingwoodcomics.com, where you can read more about Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer and his.
And he'll be here to talk about the process.
Yeah, and
He's gonna
the
sign?
process, and he's gonna sign. So basically, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. When slave owners can't stop the formidable ninja warrior Harriet Tubman, they call on the help of vampires, werewolves, witches, and demons to stop her. Harriet Tubman must lead a family of slaves to freedom while battling an army of darkness. I mean, it is really.
Oh, that's badass,
it is
man.
really a badass.
That's awesome.
It is really badass.
And how fucking
Oh,
evil do you
man.
have to be like, listen, I want to silence somebody, and I can't do it myself, so let me just get some werewolves,
Yeah, it is.
demons,
Let me
witches.
send others
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
my bidding.
Yeah, it is. It's really a great piece. Nightmare in Newark is another, and you'll be hearing more about that when we get a little more information
Yep.
about that. That's his second project. But Harriet Tubman, if you haven't checked it out already, we have. Thank you, David. David
And we've had-
stocked us with issues 1 through 6, so we have them here in the store. He'll be on site April 23rd.
April
And
23rd, yes.
We're going to announce the exact times, but as I said, and as we'll continue to promote, everyone is welcome. You come in, you get to meet David, talk with him. I mean, and can I just say that we've known David for a while. He was on.
No, you can't say that. No, you can't say that.
But
That's
I mean,
classified information.
the guy is just—he's first of all, he's a fucking genius, and second of all, he's a real example of how you just keep going. I mean, nothing has stopped him. I mean, he had his vision. He's good at what he does, and he just kept going. And I mean, and every time he takes another step, he attracts more positive, more good things to him, which is why it's being developed for a TV show. So I just, such a great person. And anyone who is in the area, April 23rd, please come and stop by the store, say hello to David, get a signed comic. You will not regret it. You will love the series. We are, like I said, we couldn't be happier that he's going to be the first. He's going to help us kick off our in-store.
The inaugural pilot program. Yep.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So that's really badass. And we'll be sending out some social media stuff about that too to remind folks. And the other event that we just wanted to mention is Fan Expo in Philly. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I'm going to pull up that website. Fan Expo in Philly is the 8th through the 10th. And it's at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. And guess who's going to be there? Jay and Silent Bob, Jay Muse, and Kevin Smith, along with the some other cast members from Clerks. So we've got Brian O'Halloran, Trevor Furman, Jeff Anderson, and I think I've got everybody in there. So they'll all be there to celebrate Clerks and to meet with folks. I have not had a chance to get out to a Fan Expo yet, but
it's formerly Wizard Con, honey.
Yeah,
so yes.
What I hear, but I mean,
their little take on it.
From what I hear, it's incredibly well organized, and everyone who has had a chance to go to one of those events has had such a great time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Ming Chen will not be there. They are. Their entire staff is full up. They don't need any groundskeepers or any people to sweep up after. So
if you want to go check out what else is happening, because it's cram packed. You've got Marsters is going to be there.
James Marsters, let's give him a first name, honey.
James Marsters. People who are Buffy fans know who Marsters is.
Yeah, I know. But people are like, hey, Marsters. Yeah. It's like, what?
You've got several members of the cast of Star Trek, Next Generation, are going to be there as well. So yeah, it's really, really good guest list, but of course our favorites.
Jay and Silent Bob, yes.
And the cast of Clerks. So
Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, and Trevor Furman.
April, so something to look forward to, right?
Yes.
Don't we all need? And that's. We were talking this morning. I think it's been a rough start for a lot of people in 2022, right? We keep thinking.
You think?
Past COVID, and then other stuff comes up, all the politics and everything. Now we've got all the stuff that's going on in the Ukraine. I think everyone's anxiety is at a high.
People slapping other people.
So it's sort of like
everyone's losing their minds a bit.
Agreed. So whenever we have a chance to look forward to something good, like the 25th anniversary is going to be good. I was looking back at some old pictures. I found an article online that documented the Guinness Book of World Records event where everyone came dressed as Jay and Silent Bob, and we set that record. And just the look on people's faces, how happy. And the comments that were coming through, meeting up with other fans and other members of the community. Because as we all know, it's more than just some movies and, and appearances. I mean, this is a community of people that, that care for each other and care about comics and pop culture.
Yeah.
And just happiness on their faces, like meeting up together, meeting the people that have been behind all this great content. It's really special. So we've got that to look forward to. Like I said, the Fan Expo is doing a brilliant job. So if you get and they're all over the country. So this one happens to be in Philly coming up 8th to the 10th. If you get a chance to get out and enjoy that, you should do it. David Crownson being here, we need stuff. We just need stuff to set our eyes on and be like, okay, I can get through this day. Tomorrow's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So. Yeah, take advantage of it all, guys. Take advantage.
There's
of
a comment here I want to highlight from Bill. I'd like to say too, I've never seen one company be so devoted to its customers and do so much for its customers. It's a wonderful thing. And to be honest, that's a feeling I really do sense with you guys too. It's like just even starting as an outsider and then being able to work with you guys, it's amazing how much you guys put into doing all these things because you want to throw and have such a good time. And being a fan and being able to participate in these things, it's truly awesome because it does show you guys care. And it's awesome.
Very sweet of you to say. And you know what?
I'm sweet.
It's true.
No more emotions.
You know what?
I'm done. That's enough for the day.
I look at Kevin's Twitter and his Instagram following, and 99% of them are all so positive and glowing. And you get that one person, and it's human. It is my human nature, and I know it's in Kevin's, that you focus on that one person who has negative things to say, and you obsess on it. And you're like, oh my God, and what can I do more? And it's like, nothing. You can't do anything. And the one thing that Kevin gives to people is his attention, number one, and he gives us a voice. And that's one thing that I've always been grateful for, and I'm going to put it out here on Main Street, is first movie I ever saw of Kevin's was Mallrats. And I loved it immediately. The dialogue, everything, because I was Brody. And
It spoke to you.
it did. He spoke to me. Kevin Smith spoke to me, and that's something that no other filmmaker had ever done.
Up until that point.
Right. And I mean, that was what? I was 27 when that came out. So boom, nobody had ever spoken for me that way. But Kevin Smith did. And
You heard it.
I heard it, and I had the good fortune to work for Kevin Smith and, give a little bit of that back. So what we do here at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, and I'm going to rip off Stephen King, we sell fun. He used that line in Joyland, and it resonated with me too. We sell fun. That's what we do. We sell comic books, and you come in that door, you're getting an experience.
Yeah, it's
And
not just a shop. It is totally an experience.
Yeah.
You walk
and
in.
he and Jay do the same. And I'm just going to interject here.
Of course you are.
I know. I just part of my.
And why don't you talk into the microphone, because that would be
Can
good.
you hear me?
Yeah,
Is it okay
absolutely.
now? So, and this is true for Jay too. And if ever any of you guys have had a chance to meet Jay in person, it's true. But when Kevin was here the other day, he was busy. I mean, he was super busy. He was super booked. And some fans came in, and they had seen him in a couple different locations. And they came up to me, and they're like, oh, I just saw him out the corner of my eye. Will he come out? Can I meet him? And, I didn't know what else he had on his plate. I didn't want to promise anything if he was like out the door to do something else. And I said, I don't know. Let me go and find out. And I walked back, and the guy literally had been on his feet working the entire time. I walk in, I'm like, hey, Kevin, you've got some people out. He looked at me and he goes, I'm on it. And he walked right out to spend time with them. I don't even know if he had lunch that day, but he walked out and spent time with them.
Nope, he didn't.
It's like that's special. That's like super special. And Jay's the same way. And I mean, I hope people feel that way when they come to the stash. We want people to feel that way.
Oh, yeah.
Seen, heard, appreciated. It makes a difference.
And having fun.
Yeah, and that comes from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember filming because for most people who don't know, I filmed the Project Stash YouTube series on YouTube that
That's right.
showed
We're going to be sharing some of the links.
yeah,
to that too,
showed the construction of this place, and it was amazing to see not only it come together, but to realize like, wow, how much these things truly mean to people. Like in the comments, people would be like, are you going to include this? Are you going to include that? Is the Bluntmobile going to be there? I was like, of course it is. Of course. Yes. But it's, oh man, it was just so cool to see and be a part of. It was such a great process.
Well, thank you for reading that comment. Yeah, I'm reading
No, of
some
course.
of the comments on the Shared Universe one, and you're on.
I'm on YouTube.
Are you on
this
YouTube?
is
That's awesome.
there's a bunch of different people and
That's
places
great.
and stuff
That's
like
great.
that. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So what's up next, Mr. Zapsik?
Oh, we've got, and I want to give a shout out to one of our Uber fans, Chris Davis, if you're out there.
This is a nice story too.
So we put up, there's a backstory. So Hero Initiative printed up 7,000 copies of JLA Avengers to benefit Hero Initiative. George Perez wanted this to happen, and it was one of his last wishes. And so all comic book stores around the world ordered this thing in probably insane numbers, and they were allocated, meaning that you get a specific number based on your orders for whatever you get. So we here at the Secret Stash ordered a ton. We got 3.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So and we ordered
Yeah. You
a lot.
Okay.
So we got 3, and we're one of the lucky ones because there are some that only got 1. So we got 3. I sold one to a gentleman who's he's in boot camp, and he was like the first person to ask me. and then we're putting these other ones up online. So we're selling, and 100% of our profit goes to Hero Initiative. Whatever I sell it for is what I'm donating to Hero Initiative on behalf of the Secret Stash, because that's the way Kevin wants it.
That's the plan.
Damn straight. So I put it up there, 10-day auction, and so it sells for $565. So the gentleman who won it, his name is Chris Davis. And now I know Chris. I know Chris from the boards. He comes in. He's a super fan of Kevin's. So he calls me up and says, hey, don't send it to me. Relist it. Let's see if we can't double that up. So relist it.
Isn't that amazing?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
so, and I'm like, whoa, Chris, that's too damn nice. And he's like, no. He's like, look, I love the stash. I love the fact that you're doing this. And he's like, I love George Perez. He's like, do this for me.
It's a wonderful cause.
I know. And
for
Heroes
Chris to
Initiative.
do that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Hero Initiative is fantastic. Jim McLaughlin does a great job. He used to be with Wizard Magazine, and it's pretty special, and it's pretty special to Kevin, hugely special to George Perez, because he is a freelancer, and freelancers do not get benefits, and he has been fortunate enough to make enough money in his career that he can afford good health coverage, but this would have crippled anybody.
So the Hero Initiative, if you want to check it out, anyone who's listening.
Yeah, Hero Initiative.
HeroInitiative.org. And the Hero Initiative creates financial, I'm reading directly from their website, a financial safety net for comic creators who may need emergency medical aid, financial support for essentials of life, and an avenue back into paying work. Since its inception, the Hero Initiative has been fortunate enough to benefit creators with more than $1 million worth of much-needed aid, fueled by contributions. So it is, it's a really worthy cause.
So So we're gonna try to get this, at least to 500 again. So if you want to go on eBay, check out Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, our eBay store. We also have links in at least the Instagram, correct?
We have links to the eBay store. We certainly do.
Beautiful.
You
So
check out our bio.
Yeah.
It's easy to find.
Yeah, we're not hiding our light under a bushel. So that's that.
Chris. And
Thank you, Chris
everybody for
Davis.
participating
What
in
a
the
great
auction.
guy.
Check out the new listing.
Um,
Are we throwing in some extras with the new listing as well? I know we.
Yeah, we are.
This listing.
Well, no, it's the same extras that we did with the other one. Because it's you get a signed cast photo from Comic Book Men, and you get a Jay and Silent Bob signed Clerks 2 screenplay. So yeah. And this other stuff I don't need to talk about, except for this, that during the winter, Christian. I'm like, Chris Davis.
It's all
Whoever
good.
This guy is.
I'm Chris Davis.
I'm having a stroke. Marty.
Oh, jeez, Rick, I'm sorry.
So, Christian, Mondays and Tuesdays during the winter, we were having a 25% off all back issue sale.
Okay.
Now, it worked out really, really well for us.
Okay.
So we decided to extend it into spring.
Ah.
So until, I think it's May 21st.
I think we extended it through the first day of summer, so it's literally throughout the entire.
Throughout the entire spring.
So until Hoagie Fest becomes a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comics.
Is
What's
that how we do our calendars?
That's how I do my
Hoagie
calendar.
Fest.
No,
I get
no,
it.
just kidding.
You know what? Now
Hey, it works.
God damn, now I want a hot meatball sub. Damn it.
I'm sorry, did
But
that.
yeah,
I know.
25% off anything in our back issue bin Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something, you're more than welcome to call the store. And if you buy it on if we have it and you buy it on a Monday and Tuesday, you get the same discount.
Yeah, 25% off. That's pretty badass, right? And we'll ship.
Now, before are we going to sign? Are we wrapping up? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but before we wrap up, because Christian's been so fantastic, and I want him to get some love for some of the stuff that he's working on. So, Christian, you want to just give a little shout out to some of the projects, because I know you've been working on a couple of really cool things.
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of things here and there. I'm working on a web series with my friends. Currently trying to actively make a Ghostbusters short film.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm trying to make a legitimately scary horror film in the world of Ghostbusters, because I've realized that's never been done. And I was like, I wanted to try that. That sounds like fun.
Did you get a hold of Bill Murray's answering machine? So-
No, I didn't find his
should.
number.
Ah.
But it's just going to be me and a group of friends who are
People
really
can
passionate.
follow along with the fun on Arcade Productions.
Arcade Productions, which is my YouTube channel. A couple of really cool things that I can't talk about just yet, but
Way to bring it up, Julia.
no, it's okay.
You know why?
He doesn't get. No, you're
We'll
right.
talk about this
Absolutely.
later. Because we're going to take a little walk around town a little bit later, and we're going to walk to the original location of the stash at 69 Monmouth. And we were talking about this morning, just how much the whole View Askew universe and Kevin's story as a filmmaker has affected and impacted other people. You were how old?
Oh my God,
You were two.
I was
when the
2.
You were 2 when the store opened, but you don't ever have an idea and say, someone else can do that. Like you do it, right?
Yeah.
And isn't that one of Kevin's
Damn straight.
credos? It's like get out there and do it.
When I was
it's
in-
your idea.
Hold
your
on.
passion,
Oh, yeah.
you do it.
That store doesn't open up. There's no shared universe.
Yeah, there's
That store does not open up. It goes.
I don't get
Kevin.
to meet you guys.
You don't get to meet us. So yeah,
And that's
you don't.
I
get,
don't like that multiverse.
No.
I don't want to be a part of that one.
No, seriously. That's the one where Nicolas Cage plays Spider-Man. So yeah, you're welcome for that image.
Why'd you do that to me?
Or Michael Jackson as Spider-Man.
Oh,
Stop
no,
it.
Okay, bring it up. Bring it up.
Damn, that's what it was.
We can't end on that note. Come on. Come
no,
on,
no,
guys. Come
okay.
on, guys. You gotta-
Michael Jackson as Spider-Man. That's like a fairy tale. You threaten your children with. I will put on the DVD of Michael Jackson as Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
Oh, Daddy, I'll go to sleep. I swear.
Did you want to? I just because we're talking about nostalgia and stuff like that, just
Yeah.
because it's a funny story to me. I think I've told you this maybe, but I don't know if I've told you. Did you know that the Gargothan, the poop monster from Dogma, was my first movie monster?
Really?
Really?
Yeah. When I
That's
was
funny.
a kid, my dad, Dogma was probably one of my dad's favorite movies.
Okay.
And he left it on TV while they had passed out or something, and I'd wander in there. I'm a youngin', I'm little, and I see that thing and had a visceral reaction to it. Like I was like, no, absolutely not. And my mom swore up and down. She was like, he was terrified of that for years. So then finally I grow up and I realize, okay, it's a rubber costume, it's fine. And I get into film, and then I get to work here and do the Project Stash thing. And it's really, really funny what happens next. I'm filming with Mike in the original store for B-roll, and I round a corner, and they had taken the head of the Golgothan, which is in the window, out. Now, mind you, I'd never seen it in person. And when I saw that, I had a visceral reaction again. I was like, whoa! And there's actually footage. If you watch the show, there's actually a clip of me turning the camera to see it, and you can actually watch me jump a little bit because I relived the memory. I was like, oh my God, it's back. But it's fake. It's right there. It's not real. It's good. It's fine.
He screamed like a 6-year-old girl.
No, I didn't scream, okay? But no, Dogma was my first movie monster.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
That's a great story.
But yeah.
All right.
Are we wrapping up here, guys?
Let's wrap it up with everybody. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Come down to see us at 65 Broad Street, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. 65 Broad Street, beautiful downtown Red Bank. I assure you we're open, even though they're doing construction out on the street.
You just ignore that.
Just ignore that and ignore the loud jackhammering. But come down, see us. Spend a day in beautiful downtown Red Bank. Come see the lovely Julia Zapsik. You might even catch this guy, Christian Cortez, hanging out in Red Bank over at Yestercades. So, for all of us, thank you so much for tuning in.
And
Thank
there
you.
Go.
That's our show.